Hey, what's up guys? John here. Hope you're having a great day, and in today's lesson I'm going to show you how to play Best Part by Daniel Caesar and H.E.R. This song has a really groovy chord progression to it, and it borrows some chord voicings from jazz or R&B kind of soul and puts them in this pop song. I'm going to break it down for you step by step, but before we get into the lesson, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and make sure to hit subscribe. We've got new videos dropping on the channel every single day that are really going to help your guitar playing and just help you learn tons of songs and have a lot of fun. So hit subscribe and the bell notification. With that said, let's get into the lesson. This song has one main repeating chord progression that goes throughout the entire song. Here's what it sounds like. We're going to use some cool jazz sounding chords. Let me show you the chord shapes first. The first one is D major 7. Put your first finger on the 5th fret of the A string. Then put your third finger on the 7th fret of the D string. Second finger on the 6th fret of the G string. And then your pinky on the 7th fret of the B string. So you've got 5, 7, 6, 7. We're going to mute the high E and the low E. This is D major 7. Then we're going to move to an A minor 7. Put your second finger on the 5th fret of the low E string, and then mute the A string. Then take your third finger and arc it over and do a little bar here. You're going to bar the 5th fret on the D, the G, and the B strings. That's A minor 7. Then G major 7 is next. We're going to play on those same strings. We've got 3 on the low E, mute the A string, then 4, 4, 3. And that's going to be your third finger, your pinky, and then your second finger. We'll mute the A string and the high E string. This is G major 7. And then in the 4th bar, because each chord is getting one bar, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, then A minor 7, then G major 7, and then in the 4th bar we take the same chord and we just move it up 3 frets. That's going to be 6, 7, 7, 6 for a B flat major 7. And that's the cool thing about these chords is you can play them on every fret. So wherever you put that first finger, that's going to be the root note that names the chord. So here it's G major 7, and then here this goes up to the note B flat, so that makes it a B flat major 7. And then we start again. Now that's the basic progression. If you want to learn it note for note, there's one more chord over this B flat major 7. You go to B flat major 13. So it's going to sound like this, like in the last measure, 3 and 4 and then you start again. So that chord is again on those same strings, 6 on the low E, 7 on the D, 7 on the G, 8 on the B. Cool chord, G major 13, and I'm just using my fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, muting A and high E. So let's put those together. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, then A minor 7, 3, 4, then G major 7, then B flat major 7, B flat major 13, and then we start again. So let's talk about the rhythm and the groove we're going to add with these chords. You'll notice that I'm not using a pick, and I recommend just playing this with your fingers. It gets a really cool, like, organic, natural sound. Plus you can get all the notes ringing at the same time, as opposed to if you strummed it, it would be like, which you could do, but I like this sort of pinching technique. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your thumb, your index, your middle, and your ring of your finger picking hand. And you're going to assign, because each note has 4 chords, you just make the lowest note your thumb, and then the next note your index, the next note your middle, and the next note your ring. So what I'm doing is I'm pinching and just pinching the strings and pulling back into the palm of my hand. On the first beat, you're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So here's what that rhythm pattern is it's on the first beat, 1 and you do the pinch. Then on beat 2, you do this hit where you just drop your hand on the strings. And what's happening is the strings are hitting the frets. So you get this cool percussive sound, 1 and 2. Then on the and of 2, you're going to pinch the chord again. 1 and 2 and 3 and you let that ring for 3 and then on beat 4, you do the backbeat hit again. Now when I do that, I'm letting up the pressure of the chord as well with my fretting hand. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and if you notice, I'm just like pressure and release here. So all this is happening at once. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just stay on the first chord. Just see if you can get that groove. This is the feel for the song. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So we're gonna put that with the chords. Here we go. D major 7, then we'll go to A minor 7. We do it once here, G major 7. Now here we're gonna go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So because we have 2 chords in that 4th bar, we're gonna split up the pattern and we're gonna change to that B flat major 13 on the and of 2, like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it's like half the pattern there. And then to the next chord, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And that's it. This progression just goes over and over again through the whole song. Now, at the very end, or towards the end, you hear the guitar players start changing up the voicings a little bit, just to give some interest here. It turns into this. Which is really the same thing, but it's just like kind of some subtle moves on the chords. So I'll show you that. That's D major 7. And then what you do is you bring your first finger up, you grab the low A string, and you take off your middle finger. This becomes D7 over A. And then you take your pinky off, and you bar with your first finger. That's like a D9 over A. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then you go, which is G major 7 to G major 13. It's the same move that we did here on B flat, but he's doing that on G. And then again on B flat. It's just a copy paste, right? Up 3 frets. So the variation all together sounds like that, and then there you go, guys. That's a breakdown of how to play Best Part by Daniel Caesar and H.E.R. Hope you enjoyed this lesson and you got some value out of it. If you did, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Also, if you're interested in playing some lead before you go, I've got a free gift for you in the description below. You can get a PDF that's over 100 pages long, all about soloing. Check it out as my gift to you. Also, if you want to follow along with me on Instagram at John MacLennan, I post there pretty much daily, so you can be a part of it there as well. Thank you guys for your support, and we'll see you in the next one.